इसमें इस टाइम है करना है।
Hello, good morning everyone. Alright, welcome to this session of doing chilled strawberry cheesecake. My name is Nisar Ahmed and I'm the executive chef of Bhopal Baking Company. In association with Amul, we are conducting this live class which is on baking strawberry cheesecake. So I hope you will like the session over the course of time. I will be sharing the recipe also very soon. But before we start, I'll just introduce you to what all things we have. So for this chilled cheesecake, we are going to be using some freshly frozen strawberries. I do not have, unfortunately we don't get strawberries at this point of time. So I have the frozen strawberries here. Then I have the cream cheese, Amul fresh cream here, and some castor sugar, some vanilla bean with vanilla extract, and some gelatin, and some strawberry compote that I have created out of the fresh strawberries. So when I share the recipe, you will get to see how we prepare the compote and the mousse of the strawberry cheesecake. So to start, what we are going to do is we will be cooking as you must have seen before in my post, but I'll just tell you, cream cheese, gelatin, water, Amul cream, castor sugar, vanilla and lemon juice. So these are the major ingredients that I'll be using to create the base of the cheesecake. Plus there will be a strawberry compote that will go inside between the layers of the cheesecake, and then there will be a sablé disc that will go at the bottom of the cheesecake. So the technique here is to do an inverted cake. I will show you over a period of time here now. So we will start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 160 gram of Amul fresh cream, 50 gram of castor sugar, and 2 ml of vanilla extract, and some 10 ml of lemon juice. So I will create I'll create a custard basically, which is eggless in the nature, but it is not completely vegetarian because it contains gelatin. So what you need to do is, in order to make an eggless version or completely vegetarian version of this cake, what you need to do is you need to replace the gelatin with some melted white chocolate. So you can use like 150 gram of melted white chocolate, and you can skip the sugar in the recipe. Alright, so I have got some fresh whipped cream, and so I have already whipped the cream, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start cooking the cream with the sugar and vanilla first. Alright. Am I audible? Please comment if I am not audible. Hello? Am I audible? Hello? Yeah. So I'm going to start now. Once again, I'll just put you on pause.
Background noise.
क्रीम लगाओ इसको इधर ले So in this recipe, since you're not using any egg or egg yolk here, so I'm just using cream in place of it. And in the cream I have put sugar, I have put vanilla bean, and I have soaked 15 gram of gelatin with 60 gram of water. So that gelatin I'm going to microwave it, okay, which we will add it to this mixture later. And then we will finally fold it into the cream. We'll fold in cream cheese inside, and then we will pour this mixture over the whipped cream that I have done, right? So once the mixture comes to a boil, this is the vanilla extract with vanilla bean here. The recipe is fairly, quick and easy to do. So here it is. So my mixture has come to a boil, quick boil. Now I will add the cream cheese in here. So the cream cheese is in here. Now with this warm mixture, the cheese is slowly going to melt. And my custard base will be ready with the cream cheese. Once this is done, I'll be adding some lemon juice to this. See, at home you may not have a cake ring, just in case, if you don't have it, you don't have to worry. If you've got some mold, you can do it there. If you have a tray, you can pour it into the tray and set it, and then later on you can cut it as well. And you just don't you can use the cheese, the cookie crumb base, and you can skip that too. So the cookie crumb base recipe is also there in the recipe card that I will show you. It's basically you can take digestive biscuit and add butter and almond powder to it, and you get a nice soft dough, a nice soft crumble like this. And then you will put that into aluminium foiled ring and then bake it into the oven. Right. So here this is ready. Okay, I'm just going to microwave this. So once the gelatin gets melted, we will add the gelatin here. After the gelatin is added, we will add lemon juice to it, and then we will start to fold the cream cheese. So once that thing is done, so your cheesecake base mixture is ready. Now, while we will be doing that, I will just show you how we are going to make the the gelatin is melted here. Add the gelatin. can see the custard base is ready here. Okay. Just we will take a aluminium foil, put it in the ring here. I will just show you how we create the crumb here. So I took digestive biscuit and almond powder and butter and mixed it here. I'm going to put this here inside and we'll press it. Okay. So the crumb biscuit is ready here, the cookie base is ready here, alright, the sablé. This will go into the oven for baking. So now here, while the base is getting ready, I'm going to be adding the cream here slowly. Please ask questions if you have, and do not worry, I will be answering all your questions even after the session is over. If you have anything, you can ask. So if I am not audible, please do write it in the comment. I'll be adding some lemon to this. I just forgot to tell you, so I'm using dairy free, I'm using a dairy cream, dairy whipping cream by Amul. I don't have the packet right now, but then, so that's the cream that I'm using, but in the market you can find a lot more, many other different brands of the cream also, which is made out of dairy, which has fat between 30.4% to 34%, which is the best cream to use. But if you are not getting that cream, and if you are getting a cream like a Rich or Tropical or any other brand which is a synthetic cream, you can still use that. You just need to skip the sugar that you will find in the recipe, right? So here is my very smooth, see, creamy, flowy cheesecake mixture here, right? Now this one I'm going to pour over the ring, right? Now this is the most magical part here. What you need to do is you need to take a ring, okay, apply a cling wrap. You can do double cling wrap, so you get like a dhol, right? And inside the ring you just need to take an OHP sheet. So this is a 6 inches ring. Take a OHP sheet and put it inside like this, right? So this is 2 inches high, so I cut it slightly more than 2 inches in height. I cut the strip of OHP and then I put it inside. So this makes it very easy for you to demold your cake. and you get a very neat and clean finish outside. So I'm going to put this here, okay. I'm sorry, we just have 15 to 20 minutes to demonstrate the whole thing, so there's not enough time. That's why I'm not able to show you all the stuff, but I will explain you over this show. So with the help of this ladle, I'm going to pour this cheesecake mixture into the ring here. So I have put half, less than half here. I'll put this in the freezer, and meanwhile I will warm up the compote that I have cooked. Right, so that has gone inside. I'm going to heat so this is the strawberry compote that I have prepared out of the strawberry and sugar and some strawberry extract and a little bit of red color to enhance the color of the compote. So when you make the compote, as per the recipe, you just divide the compote into two parts. One part you just keep it as a compote, the other part you will make jelly out of it. So you will soak separate gelatin for that, and in that portion you will add the melted gelatin and you get a texture something like this. Now this I am going to microwave. This will be used as a garnish for the cake on top. So the compote is slightly warmed up. I have some cocoa butter color, so I used few drops of red powder color and around 1 teaspoon of cocoa butter. Alright, this I'll be using to paint the garnish that I will be applying on the side. Okay, so my cheesecake is partially set here. So what I'm going to do is I'll pour this compote on top. Am I audible? Am I visible? If anybody has any question, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay. So, cooking a compote in the right way is very, very important. That's when you will get the right flavor, right color. It's very essential. Now I'm going to pour the balanced mixture on top. I'm making around a 500 gram cake. Just tap it nicely. Okay, and I'm gonna pour some more compote here. It all depends, you can put as much as you want, right? So there's nothing to worry. My recipes are generally very very less sweet. So I try and everything that I do, I try and keep it very low in sugar. So here is the dish that has been baked. Okay. Oh, sorry. No issues. Don't worry if it breaks also. So put the disc inside slowly. That's the nature of this whole thing here. That nothing is hard, so everything has to be very nice and soft and light. You just tap it and it will level up. Not too well. Alright, so the cake is now ready to go in the freezer. Just see how simple it is. In 10 minutes I just prepared it, finished it. Of course you have to do some preparations beforehand. So you have to make your compote, you have to whip your cream, you have to, that's it. These are the two major things that you need to do. And you can prepare this base also overnight and keep it. Next morning you can start working on it. So now I'm putting this in the freezer. Okay, so while that has gone into the freezer, what we have to do is prepare a garnish. Okay, and then we will get the cheesecake out of the freezer. We get the cheesecake out of the freezer, and then we apply the garnish on the side. All right. So that's my jelly that I'll be placing on top. Okay, and we are using white compound chocolate here to make the garnish. I prefer to use the Coversure chocolate, which is 28 to 30% that I prefer to use. So at Bhopal Baking Company, this is what we make. Okay, and so this is what we repackage and sell. You can buy them off the shelf. They're easy to find. Okay, so the white chocolate is getting ready. So in order to make that thing, we'll use a cellophane sheet like this, which is so my white chocolate is ready here. I'll just mix this up. Just need to get this garnish done, you need to have a toothpick and you need to have a knife, a cellophane sheet, and you take a ring like this, the same size ring, right? And you apply one more cellophane sheet from the outside, alright? And I'll show you why. If you ever have a problem with your compound chocolates, cracking or breaking while you're trying to shape it, which usually happens, you can add a bit of olive oil to it, maybe a few drops, so that will prevent it from cracking. Okay. here is my cocoa paint. Okay, a combination of cocoa butter and red powder color. So red powder color, you need to use chocolate based powder color. If you don't have color, you don't have to worry, no problem. You simply spread the chocolate and you make a band out of it. You can do a white chocolate band also, or if you have dark chocolate, you can use the dark chocolate as well. So I'm just going to paint this. You have to give multiple strokes of paint, okay, till the paint sets, it dries off, because if it is wet, the garnish will not come out right. And once the paper sticks to the table, do not move it, okay, let it be where it is. You see, the paint has started to dry off now, right? Do not over dry it. See if there is any air gap here. There shouldn't be any. Okay, so it has dried off, nothing is coming out, right? I'm gonna spread the white chocolate on top. With the white chocolate, if you're using kuvarcha, make sure you are tempering it. If you're using compound, you don't have to temper, but make sure that it is not very hot. If it is hot, it's gonna spoil the paint that you have done. You can do different styles of painting at the bottom. There are many ways. So this is what happens generally, but not to worry. You just give do a hard rub. Okay. We take a knife and peel off from one of the sides. And give it a clean trim and then do a design that you want. Okay. So once we wrap this will go into the fridge. So this is what happens with the compound chocolate. So at home you just need to add some oil to it, so it won't crack like this. Okay. So once I put the cake inside, now the cake is ready, right? See this here? It takes like a couple of hours, so I had prepared this in advance. Get this one here. So place it on top of a cake board. If you have any rough edges, just trim them off. Okay. So you get a very nice and clean finish. Okay, now what we're going to do is, I have this ring here which is smaller than this. This is one way of garnishing it, you know. So this is the strawberry jelly that I had prepared. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a few pieces of strawberry chunks here. Okay. You can keep as many as you want, and the strawberry chunks get, you know, it gets coated with the compote here. I'm going to put the ring in the center of the cake very nicely, and then the compote goes inside. See this? So now once the jelly has been poured, we allow it to set. It's going to set like 10-15 minutes. We will be applying the band on the sides, right, which will be the main garnish, and then we'll put one more chocolate garnish on top. Okay, so give me a moment. So here's the band, if you can see, right? Like a crown band. It's quite delicate, to be pretty careful with this. Clean the side of the cake, okay, and we put this into the fridge. Okay, just, and if you want, you can place one garnish here, this one here. So I'll just show you how it looks finally. All right. So after I poured the jelly, I removed the ring from here, and now here's the cake, as you can see. Okay. All right. So this is what we have, the final result. Now what we are going to do is, we're going to cut this. All right. I'm sure you all will love it. It's a very big knife. So this is for all of you. That's your cheesecake with a gooey little strawberry center, okay, a thin biscuit crust, and the vanilla bean cheesecake mixture here on top. Anybody has any questions, you can ask me, right? I'm just going to post the recipe also in the comment section. Have you found the recipes in the comment section? So I think it's time for me to taste this as well. Right? Really good, and I'm sure you all will love it too. Very light on sugar and full of flavor. Very nice aroma and texture of the cake. Alright, so just before you serve it, leave it outside for like 15-20 minutes to come down on room temperature. It'll even become more smooth and creamy, and you are going to enjoy it, So that's about it, from my side. If anybody has any question, would like to ask anything, please do let me know. You can ask, you can speak, you can speak the question, I will speak it out.
Which good cream cheese do you suggest that we can get in Mumbai?
In Mumbai, I'm sorry, who's asking this? Can you name the person?
Miss Tanushree Ghosh.
Miss Tanushree, thank you for your question. Cream cheese that you can use is probably Delecta or Dairy Craft also, and even Philadelphia cheesecake. And if you would want it slightly on a sweeter note, you can use mascarpone cream cheese as well. Anyone else asking anything?
एक बार रेसिपी और रिपीट कर दिए शॉर्टली.
Okay,
कई लोग
you can paste the recipe on the comment.
I'm pasting.
I'm just pasting the recipe on the comment section. I'll just do a recap, very quickly. What we used here is to make the base, you need whipped cream, cream cheese, gelatin powder or gelatin sheet if you have, and you need water, you need some Amul fresh cream and castor sugar, vanilla bean and lemon juice. You whip the cream and keep it ready. Whip the cream along with without any sugar, just keep it sugar free dairy cream. If you don't have sugar free dairy cream, you can use the regular synthetic cream that we get. Then you heat the Amul cream and sugar and vanilla bean, okay, and into that you add the pre-soaked melted gelatin. Once the gelatin is added, you add the cream cheese to it. Once the cream cheese is added, then you start folding the whipping cream into it. Now point to note here is that, as I told you, we are using we are using a dairy cream which is sugar free. But if you are using a sugar based cream, then you must skip the sugar which is with which we are cooking the cream and the sugar and gelatin. So the part where we are using Amul cream, which I cooked before, Amul cream and sugar, just heat the Amul cream, add the gelatin to it, and then add the cream cheese and fold in the fold in the whipping cream, because the whipped cream already contains sugar. Well, still, if you feel that your cheesesteak is not that sweet, there's missing, you can still add 15-20 grams or 25 grams of sugar to it. Or maybe use 25. I use 50 grams sugar for my 160 grams of whipping cream, Amul cream. Now we need to prepare a strawberry compote. Strawberry compote, you just need some strawberry extract. You can use Baker's Village strawberry extract. Use some frozen strawberries. You can also use frozen blueberry. You can use frozen mixed berries, or maybe mangoes also if you want. You can use them fresh. So strawberry, along with strawberry, you add 70 grams of castor sugar, 250 strawberry, 70 grams of castor sugar, and 4 drops of extract. You cook them, okay, and you add a little bit of red color, red gel color to it to get a nice, red tone. The way I got it here, okay. So you prepare this, you cook it, you keep it aside, and then divide it into 2 parts. All right. So with one part remains as a compote, the other part will become a jelly. So for jelly, you just need to add 10 grams of gelatin to the entire thing. You can also reduce the gelatin depending upon what your needs are. Then you prepare the cookie base. For cookie base, what you need to do: 120 gram digestive biscuit, 20 gram almond powder, and 32 gram of butter. You blend them together and you set it in a ring and you bake it at 160-170 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes. Then for the side band garnish, you take maybe 50 gram of Courgette chocolate or maybe compound chocolate. Using compound, add 10 ml of oil to the 50 gram of compound chocolate, 5 to 10 ml. For Courgette, you don't need to add anything, just temper the chocolate. Okay. Prepare a paste out of cocoa butter and red color powder. Prepare that paste and apply on the plastic sheet on which you are going to make the garnish. Then you spread the chocolate and you wrap it around a cling filmed ring so that the chocolate doesn't stick from the back. Refrigerate it. Once it is set, take it out and you can put it as a garnish. So once the cheesecake mixture is ready, you line the ring with a cling wrap. You pour the cheesecake mixture half. Then you pour the strawberry compote to it, and then you pour the other part of cheesecake mixture. Again you pour the strawberry compote to it. Then you place the disc at the back. Okay, so what you will make is an inverted cake. Okay, so this will give you a very smooth, clean finish from the top. Freeze it. Take it out after 6, 7, 8 hours. After you take it out, you place a steel ring. So you remove the ring from the cake. Remove all the plastic, place SS ring on top of the cake, pour the compote, the jelly compote on top, and keep it into the fridge for setting. While that is happening, you prepare your side band as I told you before. Prepare the side band, take out the cake, remove the ring from the jelly, place the band on the side, and that's it. The cake is done. Okay, you can leave it, if it is frozen, leave it in the fridge for a few hours to defrost. You can also make this cake in jars. You can also make them into individual, flat trays also. So depending upon how you want to make it. If you want to make it in a jar, just make the cookie crumbs, bake it in the oven, and then place it in the bottom of the jar, and then you do all the layering. For a flat tray also, you just spread the cookie base the way we did it for the ring. Okay, and if you don't want cookie base, you can use sponges also. So these are the tips and tricks that I have told you. All I would like to tell you is that at end of the day, we want to eat desserts. We don't want to skip it. Make sure you keep the sugar level in your desserts low so that you can consume more of it. Otherwise, with higher sugar levels, you tend to eat 1 or 2 spoons and the whole thing gets wasted. Right? So keep the sugar low in this COVID time. This will help you a lot. And this is from my side, and I thank you very much for joining me here. And I thank Amul, and I thank Bhopal Baking Company and all of the audiences and my customers.
One more question was there.
Yeah.
Regarding that cream cheese, they can use homemade or something. They can make it in home or not.
You can definitely do cream cheese at home, but it won't be as good. It's a difficult process. There's a lot of process. What you can do is you can do a ricotta cheesecake. So just make paneer. After you make paneer, grate it very finely and then rub it with your hands till you get a very smooth texture. Add a little bit of 1 or 2 tablespoons of Amul cream to get a very nice smooth paste of the cheese. And then with that, use the entire process that I told you. So you can do that as well. Right. So I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Anyone else asking anything?
Gelatin powder is veg or non-veg?
Uh,
Mr. Chandra Prakash Jain.
Mr. Chandra Prakash, thank you for your question. Very important question you asked. Gelatin powder is not vegetarian. So whenever you go and ask for a cake, a mousse cake especially, a lot of people might say it is eggless. But then if you are a vegetarian, you must not eat a cake that contains gelatin. Alright? So if you are a vegetarian, the same mousse can be used by making white chocolate, by folding white chocolate in place of the gelatin. That will help your cake to set. But gelatin is not vegetarian. There are vegetarian gelatins also coming into the market that is vegetarian, but then it will not give the kind of setting to your cake that the way it is happening right now.
Message from Susila Bajaj. Can use agar agar or not?
Ms. Sushila, again a very nice question. You can use agar agar, but then what you have to do is, in that case, you will have to put the agar agar and the cream and you have to boil them together. Okay. Just the way it happens opposite in case of a gelatin, where the gelatin is soaked and then melted and then it is folded into the entire mixture. Am I audible? Hello, can you hear me? So gelatin, agar agar can be used, but it won't give the right texture to your mousse cakes. Okay, so agar agar is not advisable. You can still do it. You can make panna cotta out of agar agar. And the same panna cotta, you can add cream cheese to it and you can set it in a ring. That shall give you a good result. So panna cotta is basically a combination of milk and cream, and you need to cook that thing along with the agar agar. Once it comes to a boiling, then you add cream cheese to it. And immediately pour it into the ring so it will set. Anyone else? Alright then, I am leaving the session now. I thank you very much, all of you. Thank you so much for joining me here. And for more recipes and information, you can always visit our website called Bhopal, www.bhopalbaking.com. You can also visit me on my Instagram page, Nisar Nurullah, and you can also visit me on my Facebook page, Nisar Ahmad Nurullah. And if you have any queries or any questions, I am happy to help. Thank you so much for joining.